Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we are going to do an important node and that is copy and transform. So let's get started. So we'll go to Houdini and open Geo and then write copy, and we have this copy and transform. The other one is copy stamp, and the third one is copy to points, and a new one is copy to curves. So these are four nodes we have in Houdini, and these nodes will copy the objects on maybe points on surface, and uh, maybe if they have only one input node, then they will just do copy. Okay, so in the series we are starting with copy and transform, and in this one, I will give you two examples. One is very simple, the other is little difficult. Okay, that is not difficult, but because this is a beginner series, so that will be little difficult for those people who are just starting out in Houdini. So let's start. Okay, so we'll start from very beginning, and in the first example, we are going to create a very simple wall with the help of copy and transform node. So for that, we will take a box. And then in parameters we'll take zero point 0.4 in the size of x-axis, zero point 0.1 y-axis, and zero point 0.2 in z-axis. Space bar F. And now we will take copy and transform. Copy and transform, the first one in the series. Click on the display flag, and here in the parameters we have some options here. We don't have much options there, but uh, whatever are there, they can do a lot. Okay, if you want them to. Yeah, it has only one input. That means it can just copy. Okay, so here we have total number. Okay, this is total, and this total number includes even the original copy. Okay, even the original object. So that will be included, in the total numbers. And then we have translate, rotate, scale, all these. Okay, and then uniform scale, and so the things, the options we are given here, they will be options. These options will be applicable on each copy which we are creating. So suppose if we have created this brick for the wall, and we have two bricks here, and then we are giving, maybe we are giving a translate in x-axis. Okay, and I don't want a gap between these two bricks. So what I will do, I will go to box and I will see what is the size of the brick. Okay, and the same translate value will give here, that is zero point 0.4. Okay, so now there is no gap between these two bricks. Okay, though they are not penetrating also. Okay, and then we can give take it to third one or fourth one, so the gap is within two copies. Okay, within two copies, so it will keep on going. Okay, as long as you are putting in numbers. So that is the width of the wall. Okay, this is the width of the wall. Okay, so next is, we'll take one more copy and transform, and then we will try to create height. So the height will be the height of each brick, uh, will be taken from the first brick. So we'll go to the box, and we will take the size of y of each brick is zero point 0.1. So we'll take the same thing here and then put it here in the translate value, that is 0.1. Okay, so if I click here in the display flag, we'll be getting this value. But wall of the bricks is not created in this manner, one above another. Okay, so there will be slight difference between the gaps of two bricks like this. So what we can do here, I will take zero point 0.2 value here, and now that is fine. And to create the same pattern, we will take one more copy. So I'll go ahead and take copy and transform again, copy and transform again, and then I will take I will take it in the upside, like double of this, that is zero point 0.2. Okay, and now we have, got something of a wall kind of thing. Okay, and then we'll take the null, and that is out wall. Okay, so that's the wall. What I will do, I will create a controller here. I will take a null for that, and in this one I will take two options here so that user can create a wall. Okay, so I will go to edit parameter interface, and here I will select these two inputs. Okay, and I'll make them invisible, and then I will take two float values here. Okay, in the first one I'll take width of the wall, width of the wall, and I'll keep the range 1 and lock it, and I'll make it free, but I'll keep it, the value here I will keep it to maybe 30, but I'll open it this range, and then apply, and then I'll go to second one, and that will be HW will be the name, and the label is height of the wall, height of the wall, and I'll keep this range to 1 again. Okay, and I'll keep it 20 and open, and 1 and close, and then I'll apply and accept. So here we have some values. Okay, here we have some values of this. Okay, and now, sorry, and now I will go connect these values to this thing. So this is width of the wall. I will come here, right click, copy parameter, and then I'll see the width of the wall. So this number is showing width of the wall, so I will make this paste relative reference and then enter. Okay, so I will select this thing. This is only one brick, so we'll take at least two. I'll come here and edit parameter, and then I'll go in the width and make this 2. Okay, and then apply and accept. Okay, so we'll be having two bricks for the wall. Okay, now the height of the wall. So I'll go here and then copy parameter, and then I'll come here, and this is sorry, and this is the height. So I'll come here and paste it here, paste relative reference and enter. Okay, so now from this parameter we can, you know uh, change the height of the wall, and then we can change the width of the wall like that. Okay, and we can use it even for dynamics purpose, like so that is the first example we have covered, and now we'll go and do the next example. Okay, so as next example, in the next example we are doing stairs with the help of copy and transform node. Okay, that is again a very simple one, but that is more difficult from the first one. So this is again very simple. So we'll take a box again, sorry, a geo first of all. Okay, and we name it stairs, and then enter, and then we'll take a box again. Fine. So I will keep these stairs above the grid. So for that, I will go here in the Y size, press copy parameter, and here I will paste relative reference divided by 2. Okay, so the size of the staircase will be like, this will be 2, this will be zero point 0.2, and this will be 1. Okay, and then I will take a transform node. In the transform node, I will take the staircase, this part here, alongside the origin, or maybe I'll have some extra gap after that. For that, this transform node will be used. So what I will do, I will come here and then write down an expression that is dollar x capital, that is x max. Okay, so now I'm here, x max. Okay, and then I have also to create a pole, you know around which the stairs will revolve, and that will be a tube. So let's take a tube, end caps, end caps, and I will also keep it, let it be like this, and I will keep it above the ground. So that will be height, copy parameter, and the center, that is paste relative reference divided by 2. Okay, so that will be above ground. So you can change it to polygon, or you know change the number of columns. So I will keep it in the template, and I'll come here. So what we have to understand here, we have to go to this one and change the radius scale to zero point 0.2. What I want these stairs, you know moving around, rotating around this pole, whatever be the size of the pole. Okay, so I'll have to consider the radius of this pole also. So what I will do, I will take this radius scale value from the pole, copy parameter, and then I'll go to transform, and here with the x max value, I'll have to add this value also. So plus, right click, paste relative reference, and enter. So this stair will always take this value, it will take this value, and then this will keep this distance. So I will try to take a gap between these two value, and what I will do, I will come here and add some more value here, that is zero point 0.2. Okay, so I will keep this distance, or zero point 0.1. Okay, so whatever be the radius of the pole, okay, so this staircase will be at this gap from this one. So if I change the radius of this one, radius of the tube, okay, from here, okay, so that will also keep that gap, and you know it will be just like that. Okay, so that is that thing, and then we'll come here and then take some sort of, maybe I want to reduce this size from here. So for that, I will take a taper, taper. We have not done this one, but these are small things and not small things. We will come back someday in some video and then we'll take them. Okay, so I will take the taper and I'll take some values here. Let's take this 2.7 and the origin value will be this will be 2. Okay, so we'll have to change the axis from this to y, capture direction towards x. Sorry. Okay, so this will be just a little taper. Okay, so this value is here, zero point 0.7 or zero point 0.8, no, 0.6, like that. Fine. So go ahead and then we'll take copy and transform. Copy and transform. And here I'll take the rotation angle. I'll take the rotation angle uh, first of all, I will take this translate value of y, that is 0.2. 0.2. Why 0.2? Because the width of this box is zero point 0.2. Okay, so just for now I am taking this value. So that is 0.2. And then I will take rotation between two staircases be 15 degrees. Be 15 degrees. Okay. So now if I increase the numbers, that will be rotating around the pole. Okay. That will be rotating around the pole. What I will do, along with that, I will also create a controller. So for that, I will take a null value. And I'll go and make them invisible. And then I'll take two float values. Okay. Two float values. Okay. So the first one is, that is height of the stairs. HS small. Height of the stairs. Height of the stairs. Okay, so I will keep the range to 2 and I'll keep this to 50 and lock it, not this one, and apply and accept. Okay, so I'll come here and press C, and then I'll make it blue or something, C again, and then this will be okay. Sorry, I forgot to name the second one. So this is the height of the stairs, and the other one is radius of the pool. Only I want to give two parameters, not more than that. This video is not to create the stairs. Actually, this video is only to show you some options in the copy and transform. So I'll go and take the other variable, and here this will be uh, radius of the pool. So I'll keep this value 2.2 and lock it and make it 2.5 maximum. Okay, that is for some reason. That is for some reason. Apply and accept. So now we have these two values and name it controller. Name it controller. So these are two values. Now we will connect these value to this one. So first of all, the height of radius of the pool. So I'll go here and then sorry, I will go here and then um, copy parameter, and then in the tube 1 or maybe the pole or the pole sorry, um, radius will be copy sorry, paste relative reference, paste relative reference. So this will be the radius of the pole. Okay, so the radius of the pole, radius of the pole. Okay, and now I have to consider the height of the pole. So how we can do that? I will come here in the copy. Okay, so I'll come and take a null. It's looking blank, and that is stairs out. Stairs out, or it will be outstairs. Outstairs. Okay, so come to this copy, and now these are the values. So I'll come here and what I want here, whenever I am increasing or decreasing the number of stairs, the size of the pool, should be changing along with that. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to go in the height of the pool. I have to go in the height of the pole, and from here I will take everything. So I will take this thing from here and I will take this value, copy parameter, and then I'll come here and then height of the paste relative reference. Okay. Okay. So that is one thing. That is one thing. And okay. And I will go to copy 1, and this is, I will multiply also by this the size of the staircase. So I will take this value and then I will copy parameter and then go to pole, and then I'll go here in the height and asterisk, right click, and then paste relative reference. Okay. Okay, so one more thing is noticeable when I'm saying this is the size of the staircase. This is not the size of the staircase, but I have taken this value from this box, and here the size of the staircase is y size is staircase is 0.2, and I took this value from here, and that is why I'm saying this is the size of the staircase. So I will do one more thing. uh, I will I will take this thing and copy parameter, and then I will no. So I will go to this box and I'll take this and copy parameter, and then I'll paste here in the paste relative references. Okay, so now uh, this value will be same. Okay, so this will be the size of the um, staircase. Okay, so now if I change the height of the now if I change the height of the box, okay, suppose if I make it zero point 0.3, so all the variables will be changing along with that. Okay, so let's keep it zero point 0.2 for now and go ahead. Okay, so these two values when multiplied together will give you the exact size of the pole, exact height of the pole. And then what I have to do, I have to go here, take the height of the stairs, copy parameter, go in the copies, and then I'll increase or decrease. I'll paste relative reference here. Okay, so now these two things can be changed from here. So if I increase the height of the stairs from here, because that thing is multiplied by the height as one component, then that will be affecting the total height of the pole. Okay, so here we can use this copy and transform in creating so many types of effects, and in this manner these values will be affecting the copies we are creating with the help of copy and transform. So here with this controller we can control the radius of the sphere. Okay, and along with that I can also change the height of the sphere, height of the stairs, sorry. Okay, so I have given this the maximum radius 2.5 because I didn't want these stairs to go away from each other a lot. Okay, so I have constrained that value within that. Okay, though if we want to create complex kind of stairs, okay, then there are so many ways of doing it, so many better ways of doing this stairs, maybe from some other nodes also, but this particular example was based with the help of the copy and transform. So here it is. Okay, here it is. And so from my side in this video, that's all. Um, so this was copy and transform. Thank you very much.